Hello, everybody. This is Sab here. Surprise, surprise. I thought I would shock you by actually going live on time for once. And I look something like this. There we go. Oof, not too bad. I'm dressed. Normally, I'm not ready, so I go a bit late. So today, I thought I would not be ready and go live on time and see if it makes any difference. Right, I seem to be live on this screen that I'm looking at, so I'm going to get rid of him and concentrate on you guys. This is the last Facebook Live in the series of the selfie challenge. And my God, aren't we going to be glad to get rid of that and get back to normal photography? I even just chose selfies as a kind of random thing. It was going to be something else or another thing. And then someone said, I had this idea for selfies, you know, because people do take a lot of photographs on their smartphone of themselves, and they're pretty, you know, awful or cliched, and there's so much more you can do by turning selfies into self-portraits. I've been taking photographs of myself for many years, mainly because I was the only subject that I had, not a sort of ego thing really. So, you know, you can do a ton of amazing stuff, and we have over these 5 days that we've been working together. Turned out to be more than 5 days because there wasn't enough time. So, you know, you live and learn. I launched it. I saw what happened. We needed more time. We had more time. Today's going to wrap up. On the agenda today is looking at day 4 and day 5, which I don't think we didn't look at day 5. I don't think we looked at day 4. I've got a bit confused. So we're going to look at lots of photographs of your amazing photographs from those 2 days. I've already told you the winners for day 4. I'll tell you those again. There'll be 3 winners for day 5, and I'm going to tell you about the 3 big prizes in a little while. All right. Towards the end, I will tell you. Well, maybe in a minute, I'll tell you about the 3 big prizes I'm offering. When I say big, it's big for me. So I hope you like them. And I'll tell you about what the next steps are in the group and outside of the group if you want to go deeper and deeper into making your smartphone photography, or any photography really, amazing. Because for me, it's photography first, and the thing you're holding in your hand second. You know, I came from photography background, amongst other things, many years ago, long time before smartphones even existed. So it's photography first, and it's just because people have these wonderful things in their pocket all the time that I thought I would focus on smartphone photography. But when you're learning stuff here or discussing stuff, it's about images in general. It's developing the eye. So if you're interested in developing your photographer's eye, you're in the right place. Stick with me. Stick with us. Okay, I just want to say hello to someone who said hello probably, and it's Facebook user has said hello. Remember, if you want me to see your name, go to streamyard.com/Facebook. Let me show you that one more time. You go to streamyard.com/Facebook, and you just say yes, you can show my name. And then when you make a comment, I see who you are. So hello person that said hello. That's very nice of you. And let's get rid of those again. Feel free to ask questions in the chat. That's what I'm here for, amongst other things. Right, so let me move straight into the day 4 entries. Shall we do that? All right, so I'm going to show you this. Right, so day 4 was points of view, and I'm going to go through a few of these. And I think I did tell you the winners, but I'll tell you again when I get to them. All right, so it was about points of view. It's basically looking up, looking down, looking left, looking right, or moving the camera up and down like this to get a different point of view. And as usual, we had amazing entries. We had all sorts of things. And you know what was amazing? It was people were starting to combine techniques and ideas from days 1, 2, and 3 into day 4 and 5. And that was very, very gratifying to see. So we've got, I think some people, sometimes they're either getting confused or they, Jackie says, I never win anything. Although she did. She won a prize on day 2. I think she was back in framing mode, and I said it would be great if there was an eye poking through that little hole there. We have 𝗏𝗏𝗪. And she's looking away from the camera, which is what the exercise said to do. Look anywhere except the camera this time. And she included this incredible sunlight burst. She's either doing a funny nose thing or she's just putting her hand up and the sun is coming through her hand. It's incredible. How did she manage that? I honestly don't know how. That's fantastic. Here's another one where she's looking up. Yeah, I do feel that I've talked about these before, so I'll go fast. But it's great. You know, she's only got about 1/3 of the photo is her head and the rest is blue sky. And she's looking up into the blue sky. And the camera is slightly low as well. Makes a far more interesting photograph than your standard selfie. This one was fantastic. It was Ingrid deciding to take an amazing photograph. It looks like she's head on. It looks like she's like this, except her hair is doing this. So she's not. I think she's looking down and gravity's putting her hair down. And this is fantastic, this picture. Absolutely amazing. She says, tête en l'air ou tête en bas? Head in the air or head looking down? There's a French expression, tête en l'air, head in the air. It means like you've got your head in the clouds. That's brilliant. Ingrid, your creativity exploded in over these 5 days. Carolyn is here with more experiments. There we are. She's got the camera down somewhere looking up. The background now becomes the ceiling. Isn't that interesting? You move the camera up and down, and suddenly the background isn't behind you anymore. It's above you. Or if you hold it up here, all of a sudden the background to you becomes the floor. So that could create some amazing possibilities. Feel free to say hello and say who you are. If you haven't allowed streamyard.com/Facebook to show your name, then just say who you are so that I know who's saying hello or who's asking questions. Here's 𝗙𝗵𝗆𝗄, who won a prize on, did she win a prize? She won a prize on day 4. That's this day. She won a prize here. Okay, so she's looking at something in the shot. She's looking at her things. Here she's concentrating, which is really nice. And then she's looking off towards something. God, this seems so long ago now. It's crazy. Here is Sylvie from France looking at her cat. Isn't that beautiful? It's lovely. She's looking at the cat. The cat doesn't look particularly interested, but you know, that's cats, isn't it? But it's a lovely, lovely, sensitive portrait. I won't make any comments on, you know, improvements or anything. I'm just here to appreciate them. Although I think I did in the comments. And that's what will happen in the next few days as we get back to usual, back to normal. We'll be, you know, commenting on people's photographs, appreciating them, of course, and giving ideas for how they could be made even better, because that's what this group is for. It's not me telling you what I think. It's everybody commenting on everyone's photographs. That's very much the spirit of the group. Carolyn is looking very dark, mean and moody, and she's looking up, and the other one was her looking down. Perfect experimentation. And here's 𝗏𝗪𝗪. This is a beautiful study of her face. Is beautifully framed by the hair. She's looking off to the side, see a nice profile. And this is from below looking up. So look at this. She's looking up, which is the exercise for day 4, is not having the camera straight in front of your nose. But not only is she looking up, she's, oh, no, I was going to say there's a mirror, but I think it's her and a friend, which is good. Okay, there's another profile one. And she's gone crazy with the colors, which is what I do sometimes. And there's another one looking up. She's just got half of her face, you know, forget the mouth. Very nice effect of something in front of her face. 2 of them framing her eyes, you know, combining, framing, looking up. Very nice to see these combinations of things coming together. Got a couple of comments. Got Dorothy. 𝗏𝗏𝗪𝗏. I don't know if it's a French name or not, because I don't think you're French, are you? But 𝗏𝗏𝗪𝗏 with the accent, it sounds like it's a French name, so I feel like I should be saying 𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏, but maybe it isn't. I don't know. Hello, watching from the seaside in Yorkshire. Hello. Is it Jackie? Maybe you could say who you are, because until you let streamyard.com/Facebook say show your name, I don't know who you are. So just put your name. I think maybe it's Jackie from Yorkshire. Okay, and let's go through. We've got Dorothy. Here she is. Dorothy, there you are. I'd better say something nice about you then, Dorothy, hadn't I? Look at this wonderful photograph from Dorothy. Oh, it's marvelous. It is actually. Look what I did. I couldn't resist playing around a little bit. I took this photograph, which is her looking away from the camera. There's a reflection. Or is it a shadow? That's a very good question, because, you know, a reflection and a shadow is not the same thing, people. So I don't even know if it's a reflection or a shadow. And I cropped it, you see. I turned it into this. From, I think maybe there's two. Look at this. Inside her hat there are two bits. One looks like a reflection, and the darker bit inside the reflection is a shadow. Fantastic, fantastic. I love it. I love it when there's at least two ways to see a photograph. And if there's three, even better. Before it was this, you see. So I just immediately thought, you know, where is the interest? Where is the focus of this photograph? It's Dorothy's head, and she's looking to the left. So there should be something for her to look at, or something filling the gap. There should be more space in front of her nose than there is behind her head. I mean, when I say should, you know, it's kind of one of those things that makes a stronger photograph. After that, you do what you want. So the most logic for me was her head, her real head on the right, and on the left, her shadow reflection head. So I thought, this bit here on the right, it's not doing that much for me, so gone. And then after that, it's a choice. So there we are. Dorothy won a prize on day 3. Okay, what else have we got? Yeah, we got some nice ones here. This is Karen. Karen looking at a painting that she painted, I think she said, and she's very happy with this. She said that she really enjoyed the 5 days of the challenge, and she's seeing photographs in a completely different way. So she's actually looking at, it's not a reflection of her, but she painted the painting. So she's kind of reflecting herself, if you see what I mean. The painting is kind of her. That's the way I kind of look at it anyway. This was Anita getting, I'm just checking to make sure there's no others hidden here. This was Anita, who was one of our most inventive people, I would say, and most assiduous, most enthusiastic. No, maybe not most enthusiastic, but she really had to go every single time. And this was her playing with seashells, which is really beautiful. Really do like that. One of my favorites. And close-ups. You see, it can be much closer. I think it was on day 4 where I said, you don't have to have all of your damn head in the picture. What about an eye? What about just the mouth or the profile, like of Łukasz? She had just a little, that was all of her face was there. The rest was hair and whatever else there was. So if you're comfortable with having a close-up of a certain part of your face, not everyone is, then go for it. And it can make a stronger photograph because it's unusual. Apart from the composition being much more striking, because it's unusual, you don't normally see somebody's face close up, and it's more intimate. So that's beautiful. This is another lovely one where she's out of focus behind the tree. You can do things to make her in focus and the tree not, although it's a bit trickier here. But in this case, I really liked what she did. She's not in focus, and it just changes the shot altogether. There are rules which are made to be broken. Sometimes I think it's better to know the rules before you break them. But having said that, you know, rules, whose rules? There aren't really rules. There's just opinions and points of view and, you know, things people prefer by experience. But there aren't really rules in art. Not really, unless, you know, it's a very, very strict type of art where, you know, if you don't do it this way, you're not part of our club, you know, go and do something else. Unless it's, you know, and photography isn't like that. You've got your camera, go take photographs. My everlasting, evergreen definition of whether a photograph is good or not is whether you like it. Alice gazing at the sea. I think she lives near this place. Can you believe that? Oh, to have the sea near you. And this is Dorothy looking up again. This reminded me of looking up from below the Louvre pyramid, actually. Lovely. Mary. This is great, isn't it? Eyes closed. I mean, I guess she's actually taking the photograph. She's got her arm out here taking the photograph, but you wouldn't know it. It's like someone snuck into her bedroom and caught her snoozing. That's lovely. Okay, looking at a monster type thing. I'm going to go a bit quicker because we've still got day 5 to get through yet. This is a lovely scarf there. This is great. What a lovely idea. Obviously, the camera is down low, looking up. And she got a couple of friends who really, really made this photograph amazing. I did a similar thing to what I did with Dorothy's, and I chopped it. I thought, what about if we get rid of the other one? Because the other one, you couldn't see all of it. It was just a bit of neck and stuff. And I thought, try this. And turned it square. I think it's more or less square. And it's amazing. Wonderful photograph. Trish playing around. She said this was some sort of sculpture, pink sculpture somewhere. I'm going to go faster now. Lovely. Look at this shot. You don't have to show your face. She's in the shot, but the photograph is about the relationship between her and her little puppy. Not just bam, here's my face again. No. We've moved on from there. We're in a different realm altogether. Alice winning her Oscar. Well done, Alice. Maybe for photography, in the category of photography, probably now. Looking down at a monster, looking into a camera. Well, that's pretty apt, isn't it? It's a little bit bigger than this one, but there you go. All right, so that'll do for day 4. And as I said, the winners were Anita, Trish, and Tinkutsa were the winners for day 4. Well done. I've already announced it, so I won't dwell on it. Let's have a look at day 5. Or shall I make an announcement? Yes, let me make a little announcement on the prizes. So the prizes, there's 2 types of prizes. One is, let me have some coffee. That's not a prize, what do you mean? So there's there's 3 types of prizes. Everyone who wins, there's 3 winners per day, 5 days, that makes 15 winners. Then there's 3 big prizes. I'll come back to you, actually. So 3 winners a day. If you win every day, if you win on one of the days, you get an hour with me. And I was kind of thinking maybe you wouldn't think that was that amazing and a prize after all. But listen, we have a chat for an hour, okay? It can be about anything. It can be about your photography. It can be about another activity you have or a hobby. It can be about an activity or hobby you want to start, or it can be about other aspects of your life, or it can be about your job, because I coach people. So I'm happy to have a chat with you about anything like artistic at all, or it could be a coaching session where you chat about, where you're going from now on in your life, and I ask you a few questions to help you see more clearly. So it's entirely up to you. So that's what I do. That's one of the things I do for a living. So that would be fun. Entirely up to you. And the second thing I'm going to do is I paint. I was going to send you a picture, but then I thought, well, you can take one of my pictures from the internet. You can print it if you want. What's the big deal? Unless I signed it, but let's not think that that's going to be too amazing. So what I thought I would do is something quite interesting that I've just imagined. I paint, and I paint on, I was going to have the pictures up actually, and I paint on 9 squares at the same time. Let me just show you an example. And I do all sorts of sizes, from big, like behind me, you see there behind me, that's a big one, well, quite big, 60 by 60 centimeters. And this is a desktop size. Okay, so you see it's on its own little easel, and it sits on the desktop. you can make it more or less solid, but in fact, these things, they come apart, you see. Okay, so it's actually, let's see if I can get that in focus. Just trying to get it to focus. It doesn't seem to want to, because when it does focus, it's actually, it's nice to see all the detail. There you go. Yeah, you see, it's got lots of texture, it's got rich colors, it's got a piece of jigsaw in it, and it's got all sorts of interesting stuff. It's got bits of nature, it's got little coins. This, for example, has a little coin in it, which is a centime, which is symbolic of my time here in France. This part has a penny, a British penny, which is symbolic of where I came from. It's got a signature, of course, my signature. Hang on, let me show you another one. The signature might be on something like this. There's another. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give people from the daily winners one piece of this. One. Now, you might think that's a bit strange, but it's no stranger than anything else I do. Let me explain. My idea is, I've had this idea, and I've called it improve your luck, or your luck factor, improve your luck factor. But it's not really about luck. It's LUC. It's an acronym. And the LUC is spread love and unity through creativity. Okay, LUC, spread love and unity through creativity. So I just imagined this today when someone was asking someplace, they were asking, what's your purpose or something? And I was thinking, what is my purpose? I don't really want a purpose, to be honest, but I would like to do interesting and nice things in life. And I thought, I want to do something with my paintings. So I thought, okay, I'm going to take one of my paintings, which has no beginning and no end. You can take any one of these squares, put it in the middle, and the other 8 will go around it perfectly. All of the picture will be perfect with no breaks. I'll take 9 of these squares. I'll take each square and I will give them 1 square to a person. And they will know that this is part of a picture which has no beginning and no end, and the other 8 pieces are with 8 other people. And it'll create a kind of unity of, around this. And maybe I'll give each person the name of one of the other people who has another piece like this. Not all of them. There's always got to be this element of surprise, this game element. And I'll sign the back of each one, because normally there's only one signature on it. But I'll sign the back of each of these, and I'll send it off, with maybe a little poem and a picture of the whole thing before it got split up and sent around the world. So I thought that was kind of nice, kind of sweet. So that'll be another prize. You'll have the hour speaking together with me. I'll send you a square, a very beautiful symbolic square. There's a whole thing. It's either a game, which is a puzzle, but it's also quite a deep metaphor for life as well. Very positive. So I'll send that off. And then I will tell you what the big prizes are, the 3 prizes, after I've looked at day 5. Here we go, day 5. Please say hello if you're watching. Let me know that I'm not alone. Say hello, say who you are, because I might not see who you are. Got a few people saying hello. Someone says, I have a famous painting of Sab. I wonder who that might be. Karen says, I like that. May have to do something like that myself. Well, yeah, this is what creativity for me is. It's not just creativity. You create something, you share it. I should say I create something, I share it, because it's not finished until I've shared it. And that will hopefully give other people pleasure and new ideas. And I want those ideas to be ones which will make them create. And then when they create, if they do the same as me, they will share what they've created. And it'll come back to me, it'll go to other people, and it'll give them ideas as well. The reactions will give them ideas, they'll learn from them as well. So it's a big, beautiful, virtuous circle. That's my idea. Tinkutsa's there. Hi, Tinkutsa. Nice to see you. Prize winner from day 4. I don't know if you've just joined, you've just missed the amazing new prize that I'm giving to all daily winners. Right, let's look at day 5. Here we go. Yeah, I think I know who says I have a famous painting of Sab. There is someone in this group who is a client of mine for one of the big paintings and one of the small ones. But that'll be our little secret for now. I've got someone who says Swedish and half French. Dorothy, you're half Swedish and half French. Okay, so it is Dorothy and not Dorothy. Maybe you say Dorothy and you're proud of it. So sorry if I just... All right, so let's have a look at day 5. Day 5 was words of wisdom. I really like this theme. You put a word into your picture and see what happens there. You know, see how you play with it. All right, so here we go. Let's have a look. I'll go quite quickly because time's getting on. 25 minutes already. What was happening with quite a few people? The picture was being inversed, so the words were all inversed. I don't know. Some cameras, they let you put it the right way around, or it's automatically the right way around, even on the selfie mode. And others, I don't know, it seems not. You know, some cameras like Samsung, someone had a Samsung and it was the wrong way around. Okay, so I didn't turn this one around. Maybe there's a lot of words there. Look at all those words. I wonder what she's thinking. How do you get the word in the right direction? Yeah, well, we'll talk about that some other time. Thanks, Dorothy. Okay, here's Alice. Fantastic. I know a couple of my pictures as examples, they had some sort of adjective like born creative. Do you remember born creative? Me looking kind of like some sort of criminal next to a big word saying born creative on a drinks advert. Yeah, drink lots of alcohol and you get creative. Or maybe you were born creative and then anyway. So that's good. Fantastic, Alice. I agree. Fantastic, Alice. I'm just wondering if any other photos popped up in Dorothy's thing here. Oh, there's one of me. Well, we won't linger on that. Okay, here's Carolyn, and we've got three winners coming up for day 5. Don't forget, and guess who one of them is? Here's Carolyn. Feng Shui forecast. I was going to say I didn't understand too much of that, but then down below it's in English, so that's cool. All right. Including something that it says, excuse the picky photo bomber above her. That's actually the best bit of the photograph, I'm sorry. And Carolyn is a winner on day 5, I should let you know. There she is, for her photographs and her willingness to take part in all of the exercises. So one of the reasons for winning, because I had, some friends here who joined the challenge. I'd like them to have won, but they didn't because, well, they only posted on 1 day or 2 days, and other people were posting on every day. So the ones who had to go every day are the ones who I really want to give the prizes to. That doesn't mean that, if you only had time to do 2 days, I understand, but I do want to appreciate the people who really tried to post every day and follow the challenge right the way through. So there we are. Those 3 more or less on the same topic, but I'm making Carolyn a winner. I think there's another one from her later. Okay, Jackie, this is interesting. I'm in the frame reflecting on whether or not my bottom looks wooden in this. So it says wood bottom, wood bottom farm. And I said, great one. I can't help, I'm afraid. I can only see your top half. So there you go. So that's funny. She's got a reflection. And she's looking away, I think. And she's got words in the photograph. And there's a joke. Marvelous, isn't it? Okay, there's another couple more. A little dog with clogs on. That is a reference, isn't it, Jackie, to a song, isn't it? A little mouse with clogs on. A little mouse with clogs on. They're on the stair right there. Da, 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 da. Something like that. So, she's making little visual puns there, or something like that, which is what it's all about. If you can get puns in there, there's supposed to be some meaning between the words and you. Otherwise, it's kind of random. That's the whole point. Private property, and I'm not sure what that says. Sunnyvale Garden, strictly out of bounds. Though in its heyday, it was a kind of Disney theme park. Vespina. Despina was another very, very assiduous member of the group, and she won a prize on day 2. But she could have won prizes on most of the days, actually. Out of order. Out of order. And I saw her today, and she had 3 little hearts on her hand. She's got a hearts project, which she can tell us more about if she likes. Out of order, it says. And she's got her eyes closed after a heavy day. And here's another one. The sticky note teacher. Friendly. Says she's friendly. Who are we to argue? I can vouch for that, actually. This one is rather good. It's rather clever. The pencil she's got in her mouth is a 2B pencil, I think. And she's saying the Shakespearean pencil, of course, to be or not to be? That is the question. Mine is always to be. I think there was a joke somewhere. What sort of pencil did Shakespeare use? Oh, no, what was... It was something about, you know, to be or not to be, anyway. No, what was Shakespeare's biggest dilemma in writing? To be or not to be. So that's great. Fantastic. Here's Dorothy dreaming of where she's going to go on holiday, maybe? Could that be it? And she's got the picture the right way around. Magic. How do you receive information? This is interesting. Now, I did say in one of the sections on day 5, I talked about making memes. In fact, I went into quite a lot of detail. So I think this is maybe her making a meme about something that she had in mind. Excellent. Mary Strange. Sorry, Mary saying hello, and it does say hello. Pretty straightforward, but sweet, cute. Entrance. Let's play, and she's looking as though she's ready to go get 'em, Floyd. This way for fun, she says. Park view. Maybe it's funny because there's a railings in front of you in the view. Mary doing who was it? John Travolta and Uma Thurman, I think, were those. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. It's not me saying whether it's good or not, you know, I'm just talking out loud. Okay, The Art of Connection from Dorothy. Dorothy was everywhere, Dorothy. Incredible. Who have I said is the winners? I said Carolyn is a winner, I think. So far, yeah. Here we are. Who's this? Here's 𝗙𝗙𝗧𝗪, another amazing participant. She's grasping for drinks bottles, but they're actually empty. Maybe she's just drunk them all. Could that be it? Number 2 of 3. The Witch of Portobello. Yeah, she's looking somewhat witchy, I would say. It's funny. That's very strange. I don't know if I can find it, but I'll show it some other time. I was in Shakespeare and Company bookstore in Paris, and I have this ritual where I go upstairs to this tiny little library and I take a book almost at random off the shelf and have a photograph of me with it. And the one I took on 2 days ago, I think it was witch breed, something like that. And I had a photograph almost exactly like this. It's incredible. Maybe I can actually find it. I don't know. Anyway, maybe. So that's good. Good. I'm a big fan of books for making verbal statements without saying anything. And but first, coffee. Yeah. I mean, 𝗙𝗙𝗪𝗓 is a health advocate and specialist for entrepreneurs. And I talk to her quite a lot about coffee and how I'm not really able to stop drinking it. I think she's got a bit of a coffee liking too. But first, coffee. And she said something nice about the challenge, which is great. Here's Alice. Find inspiration inside. That's good, isn't it? Because you could be standing by it, looking at the photograph, and it could be that the inspiration is inside you, and other people could find the inspiration inside you if they knock. Okay, here's Karen. And shall we make Karen a winner as well? A late runner. And yes, we shall make Karen a winner for day 5. Well done, Karen, for your imagination, your willingness to take part. You're contributing, I think, almost every day, if not every day. Fantastic. Well done. She even, depending on who you are, wrote an article on her blog about this challenge. And it was positive. So it's not for that she's winning a prize. And is she trying to butter me up there by having my picture on the screen? I like it. And here's Trish, who was another fantastic participant, the true power of water. And there it is, the water. And has it got something in it? Or is that just reflections of bits of her top or something? I saw a water bottle the other day, and inside it was a sort of insert with all these funky crystals and stuff. Maybe it's like that. Nice purple anyway. Okay, and here is Karen again. She said she's a housewife, so dust blaster. And another one, I'm not sure if I've seen this one. Every friend is a gift, a blessing, a reason to be grateful. This was something I said. Do you remember I did a talk one day not a talk, a very quick Facebook Live where I had some information on cards like this. Why not? Because you can't speak through a photograph, but photographs are very easily shared. So why not have a little message on a card and you hold it up? I'm not a fan of memes, other people's memes, which aren't their original words and photographs. That's what I said in lesson 5. I love it when people put their original photographs with their original words. If it's just another sunset with some, cute Oscar Wilde or Einstein quote or something, it is what it is. But I want to see people's original stuff. That's what I love. So there's one. I did get something the other day though. I did want to share. It's kind of cute. It was someone sending me this for the new year. It's someone who sends me something every year, and it says, "Note well somewhere. Note this well somewhere. Every day of 2020 will be the best day of the year. Every day will be the best day of the year." Well, that's a good way of looking at it, isn't it? It's a bit like saying, it's the first day of the next 3 of the year, which starts today. This is day 1 of the next 365 days. So go for it. Treat it like it's, it is a new day. All right, fantastic. And we're getting towards the end of these. And I said the winners for day 5 were Caroline, Karen, and who else have we got? Okay, let's carry on here. We've got Trish. What's this? Ignite your female leadership. Okay, that's a message that she's showing through a book. Maybe it's her book, is it? Does it say Trish? I don't know. I can't tell. Doesn't matter. All right, and this one is quite good, isn't it? I'm not going to be the one who argues, that's for sure. Here's Ingrid and Louis. You can hire Ingrid for only 15 euros a day. My question was, what do you get for your 15 euros? But she didn't answer actually, which is I'm a bit disappointed in. Maybe she can get back to me on that. Promise of Shadows, a book I have been reading, and my shadow. Okay, the book is called Promise of Shadows, and her shadow is in the photograph. This is what we're looking for, folks. Double meanings or triple. There's another one from Anita. Take it slow. Enjoy the downtime. Anita. So Anita has made a meme. She made it. Her photograph, her words. She signed it. So, otherwise people won't know it's you. They don't think it is you. So you need to tell them, as I said in lesson 5. Here's Liz, contributing when she can. My heart attempt to send some love as the sun was setting. And look, you've got this cute little heart in between her fingers. Isn't that nice? Lovely. I think she kind of didn't possibly post that on any particular day, but that is a lovely shot. Here's Rob. And you know how many men have won out of 15 possible winners? One man has won. It was Nathan. And so let's have another man, shall we? Let's have another guy. Rob, you will be our final winner because you really did contribute marvelously. You went for it. You got into the spirit of things. And here you've done a kind of meme on the Louvre pyramid. Met Venus de Milo, greeted Mona Lisa, brisk walk, Tuileries dust. The brisk walk, the Tuileries is a beautiful garden next to the Louvre and this pyramid. And it's quite dusty. Cool. Rob says, I'm still thinking about my wisdom word selfies. In the meantime, I was inspired by Sab's creative writings on photos. My poem sums up a morning in Paris. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. Why not? Why not? Images are beautiful, but we construct our words and most of our thoughts around words. So why not create memes that once we've done them, I always like to think that, at the end of the day, you can say, today was the day even if it's something small. But often we let days go by and we don't really know what we did, or therefore we don't remember them. But if we did a little creative act, especially something like putting a couple of words or a sentence or a phrase on a beautiful photograph that we took, our words on our image, that was the day I did that. And if you do that regularly, it'll build up, and you'll be amazed how quickly you look back and you realize, wow, was that a year ago already? So that's something I really recommend people do, is create on a regular basis. What am I doing? Yep. Okay, and here was Rob, his last minute ones. He was about the last person coming in. Paris pratique. He's a fan of Paris. Indispensable, he says. Yeah, probably, unless you just wander. And here's Alice again. Alice in Wonderland. What's she wondering about now? A professional. Big and small print. A professional. Distinctive features. This is good. You see, this is perfect. This is the sort of thing I would go for. I'd stand, next to it. There was one, a poster I stood next to. I think I put it in the challenge. I'm not sure. Maybe not, because it was in French. It was me in front of a big metro advert, and it said something like, only 5 ingredients. And you could wonder what the 5 ingredients were, that made up me, or it could be your professional services. In fact, with the photograph, when I first published it, I said, for me, it's, I don't know, creativity, humor, or whatever. What about you? And people were giving me their 5 essential ingredients that go to make up them in a way. And here she is eating a cake. Birthday Alice. So it was Alice's birthday, I guess. That's a big chocolate cake for a little girl, isn't it? Huh. And here's Carolyn, one of Friday's winners. One of Day 5's winners. And she's got a load of stuff. She's written thank you in various different languages. Beautiful. I hope it's thank you for us, is it? Don't know. And there's another one. And here's Trish. It says sample. Who likes hockey? Not me. Lol. Written forwards or backwards. Yeah, she's got a pretty doubtful look on her face. And there's that one again. What's that one doing there again? I can't remember. Oh yeah. Hang on. Why is that there? Not sure. Maybe someone was appreciating it for some reason or other. Hope I'm in the right thread here. And Yaruska comes in at the end, the last ones, with 2 photographs of her with books, which this one says, a little late, I could only take a picture. A bit of psychology. So yeah, she's very interested in psychology, I think. So she's showing, I turn this around for her. And there's another one here. Philosophy. So this is, it's an aspect of her, shows something she's interested in without her having to say it explicitly. And then this one I haven't seen, actually. This shot was a bit difficult because I do it with the self-timer. Oh my God. And time is very short. So it was more or less the idea. Yoga for beginners. I think it says yoga para principiantes, and that means yoga for beginners. That is fantastic. Oh my God, the last one, and she has an amazing picture. So she's basically put the camera down in a way that it doesn't fall over. That isn't, you know, that isn't nothing, as the French say. Got the book or magazine or whatever it is in the picture with the words in focus, gone slamming down to the end of the corridor, slipped around the back of the doorpost, and got half of her, you know, we're talking artistic here, half of her doing a yoga pose. You're amazing. I love you. I love you. It's fantastic. Anyway, so there you go. That was a surprise for me as well. Let's just mention she looks like she's done she likes playing with stuff, so she's done a kind of a fuzzy effect around the outside so that she and the words are in focus and the outside is fuzzy. Wonderful, wonderful. So that's it, folks. That is the end of day 5 of the 5-day challenge. The winners were day 1, Nathan, Gretel and Mary. Day 2, Despina, Jackie, Nyaruska. Day 3, Ingrid, Dorothy and Alice. Day 4, Anita, Trish and Tinkutsa. And coming in on day 5, Rob, Karen and Caroline. So I'll be in touch with you in a minute or a day or so about when we're going to have a chat, and also to send you your bit of painting. I don't know what it's going to look like. It collapsed. Will it be like this? Now let me come back to you for a second. Will it be like this? Will it be like this? Will it be like this? Or this? I do other types. It's just those are the two I happen to, the two styles of painting I have with me. They're always on, they're called Infinity Squared. And actually, why don't I just take you to Infinity for a minute? If you want to look at what you'll be getting. Infinity Coaching, no. Infinity Squared. I'll go to the boutique. Right, let me just show you this. If you want to have a look at my paintings for interest, you can go to infinitysquared.com/boutique. Takes you to all of the paintings more easily than not. Okay, so I normally do them in series of 4. So that was a kind of red and black and white, Japanesey almost type of styling. This was another series. Here is another series, one in the middle there, which is a bit different, you see. So I do that. And for any of these, you can click on them. If you click on one of these, and it goes to a grid of 9, which shows you 9 different ways of looking at this thing. Let me just get rid of some of these banners and stuff. Okay, so it shows you 9 different views of the same picture. And you can see actually this one in the top left and the bottom right is the same picture. You see, there's no break across the squares. Whatever configuration it's in, there's no break. You can always start with any square in the middle, any of the 9 in the middle. You can always build the other 8 around it perfectly with no break in the picture or the pattern. So that's you know, you can look at that if you like. Infinity Squared. It's in fact the website is infini infini2.com. It's in French. infini2.com. All right, so that was just a kind of an aside there. Now let me tell you the big prize. Well, the big prize is I wanted to give 3 people slightly larger prizes, and I didn't want it to be me who chose. I wanted it to be you. So what I want to do is anyone who entered 3 pictures during the 5 days is eligible to take part. I'm going to start a new thread, and I want you to put your 3 best pictures in the thread from any you took during the challenge. Your 3 best pictures in a new thread, which I will start in a little while. And then I'm going to have a voting system, and you vote on other people's pictures. And you vote for 3 people. The person you want most gets 3 points. The person you want to put second gets 2 points, and the person you want to put third gets 1 point. And it'll be anonymous. Okay, so I'll find a way of doing it so that you don't, and you can't vote for yourself. A way of doing it so people don't know. I think I'm going to do it anonymously, unless it's too much hassle. And then I'm going to give each person a one of those paintings. I'm going to give the 3 winners one of these paintings. Okay, painting like this. I don't know which one. It might be that. It might be a white one. It might be some new ones that I'm going to produce, and that will be yours. I will send it to you, along with a little easel, along with an easel like this, and a piece of card which has been specially made and painted from a cereal packet. It's all it's all homemade, and you put it like that, and then you put your picture on there in any configuration you want. There'll be full instructions on how to play with it, how to infuriate your friends. Because it's infinity squared, there's no beginning and no end. It's a puzzle of 9 pieces. But if you don't know that it goes on and on forever, that every single side can attach to another of the squares, people go nuts, I'll tell you. So you can have fun with that. So 3 people voted by you will get 3 of my original paintings. And you can see that I sell them right now for 160 euros plus postage. So they're desktop size, they're perfect. They sit on a desk, they're really beautiful, little pieces of art, but also they've got these deep and meaningful, profound metaphor for life. And it's a game. It's a really fun game for children of all ages, with this intriguing aspect that it has no beginning and no end. I'll stop there. I think you've got the idea. Okay. And what was the last thing I wanted to say? Yeah. Where do you go from here? In other words, how do we carry on making our smartphone photography even better? Well, there are a couple of ways I want to offer you. One is, of course, carry on in the group, or if you've just joined for this challenge or during this challenge, the normal activities will resume right now. I might even do another live today, I'm not sure, with a Monday theme. There's a theme each week. It could be a color, it could be a shape, it could be a style of photography. I don't know yet. We change every week, and you post on that. I give you the theme on Monday. You've got a week, and then we have little winners and feedback on the next Monday and a new theme. Then during the week, there are lots of opportunities to post your photographs of any style. Okay, so Monday is just on a theme, but other days are in other styles. On Sunday, you just post anything you want to share that you love. I think there's a day, I can't remember, a day when you post any photograph of anybody. It doesn't have to be yours. You want to share a classic photograph that you love, there's a day for that. You want to talk about smartphones or applications, there's a day for that. There's a day when I come on and I talk about my photographs of the week, because I'm a Paris photographer and I've been doing this for 2 years, but for many, many years before. On my current project, it's a photograph, an artistic street photograph, and a text inspired by Paris. So I talk about that on one day, if you want to know how my brain works when I'm taking photographs and thinking about what to do, what not to do. And there's days for feedback, and it's all very positive and it's all fun. So if you want to, well, please do. That's why you're a member of the group, isn't it? You can be passive, but it's more fun if you're active. Get out there, take photographs, share them, especially make the photo love go round. If you've been doing this challenge, you know what that means now. It's the rule of thirds, which is a photographic rule, which I have twisted a bit, because my rule of thirds is when you contribute a photograph of yours, comment on 2 other people's photographs. When you contribute a photo of yours, put a message with it as well. Okay, it's not just a photo posting service. There must be a message that gives us the backstory or asks a question or something like that. And so the second way is I'm doing a masterclass, which is a 9-week in-depth photography course, unique, based on my 30+ years of experience of passionate photography. And I'm putting everything I know into this one masterclass. It'll last 9 weeks. My intention is is for it to be anything you ever need to know to take amazing photographs on any camera, actually. As I said at the beginning, I'm focusing on smartphones just because everybody has them, and fewer people have one of those, big fancy things. That's the way it is. But at the same time, these are just getting better and better. And in many ways, they're better than a big, beautiful, heavy, clunky, obtrusive SLR. So I still use my big fancy camera, but very, very little, actually, very little. All right. So that's starting at the end of February. Let me just tell you, I did want to tell you, just before I go, I'm going to go in a minute. Yeah. In 5 minutes, I'm going. I'm out of here. I had a little, what did I have? Oh, I did these little cards that I was going to, I hope I haven't lost them because I spent a while doing that. I had these. No. Anyway. Yeah. So I'm just going to show you the options for what you can go forward with me with in terms of more seriously. You want to take it more seriously. You want to invest in your photography once and for all. So let me just show you this. This is the Stunning Selfies pack. It's still available until Sunday at $27, less than euros. $27. You get all of the 5 videos which are about to disappear, and the 3 Facebook lives like this one, and PDFs of the text, all of the text that what I spoke, and the pictures in a PDF, and a cheat sheet for every day. And the audio recordings. That is the pack. So in fact, it's actually much better in a way than what we did. It's just that it won't be interactive. Although I'm trying to think of a way you can still post your photographs and get feedback, even if you do the challenge after. I'm sure there's a way. We'll keep a couple of threads for that. And they'll come up in the group and we'll comment on them. I'm just trying to work out what the best way to do that would be. So if you want to grab that before it goes away for general consumption on Sunday or between Sunday and Monday, it's only $27, and people have told me that is really good. I'm kind of peeved that my 2 little cards, which I was really proud of, have gone. Hang on, let me just see if I can. Maybe I left them. Just talk amongst yourselves. Well, I'll obviously find them when I stop looking for them after I go away. That's life, isn't it? That's life. Okay. Well, they were nothing special. They were just saying that up until the last day, up until Sunday, the Stunning Selfies pack is $27, and after Sunday it will be $147. There's also a special price on the masterclass, which is starting in the 3rd week of February, I think, or 3rd or 4th week of February, around about the week of the 25th, something like that. Basically, up until this Sunday, and there's 2 more weeks, then it starts. Okay, it's going to be amazing. Everything I know about photography will be in there, and it'll be in a special, presented in a special way, experientified style, which is a unique style. It incorporates everything we possibly can about how we like to learn. I won't go into details now. That's just to give you a little sneak preview. So this is the friends and family price. It's only available until Sunday as well. That's €147. you don't get the Selfies pack. Okay, so until the end of Sunday this week, like in 5 or 6 days, the Selfies pack, $27. The friends and family price for the masterclass, $147. You have to buy them both if you want them both. There's no blurb. It doesn't tell you anything about the structure or anything. That's on faith. Okay, you're going for it on faith. Believe me, it'll be amazing, but there's no huge description. There will be. It's coming, but it's not there yet. If you wait until after Sunday, like from Monday onwards, the Selfies pack will be $147. But if you sign up for the masterclass will cost $197 instead of $297. So it's still the early bird price, and you get the Selfies pack. So basically, you buy the Selfies pack now and the friends and family masterclass, you save $25 over if you wait until next week and have the early bird price, which is $197. And if you leave it too late for the early bird price, after a week or so, I don't know when, it'll go to the normal price. Not that. It'll go to the normal price of $297 for the last while before we start. All right, so I'm not really doing a big thing on that. Just letting you know it's there. You should know by now if you want to do that, if you want to go further. And from what I've heard as I've constructed this masterclass in a special program where I was learning the experientification techniques, amongst other things, and me putting into it what I am putting into it, I understand that the price it sounds terribly, I'm not a salesperson, but it sounds too low. So next year it will probably be $497 as the basic price. So there it is. Yeah, there it is. I'll give you more information on that later on if you want. And I'll try to do it in a way which isn't intrusive. I'll just say there's a special Facebook Live. If you're interested in the masterclass, you can watch. If not, forget it. Forget it and get on with your life and contribute to the group as usual. So I'll leave it there. That's an hour. Oh, an hour and 1 minute. It's been wonderful doing this 5-day challenge with you. You've been amazing, those of you who took part. If you didn't take part, but you watched the videos, you signed up, but you didn't have time, or you decided it wasn't a priority, I understand that. It's not a problem. If you did watch the videos anyway, I know that some of you did watch them and like them, but didn't have time to post, that's fine. There's no problem there. If you didn't take part, there's some reason for that, which I respect. That's it. I have nothing more to say. The opportunity was there. And I think those of you who did take part got a lot out of it. I'll just say one more thing. I'm going to ask those of you who did take part to give me a little feedback, which I will be able to use to attract people, hopefully, if you say something nice, to my masterclass. Okay, so expect that as well. So I'll be in touch with all of you guys for if you've won prizes, and we'll get the group going again on the usual things very, very soon. And that's it. So I'm going to say goodbye now. So thanks for watching. It's been an hour. There's been some of you have been watching most of the time, unless you came and went. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much for everything. And I will talk to you again very soon. And happy snapping. Bye.